Hi there, it's Harry Kalymnios from thethoughtgym.com and welcome to today's mini yoga flow. Just a quick flow to get your body moving and grooving today. Okay, let's start in downward dog. Let's not waste any time here. Index finger or middle finger pointing forward. Knees start underneath the hips. Toes are nice and tucked. Fingers nice and spread. And elevate the hips up towards the sky behind you. And keeping the knees bent. Maybe having a little pedal through the feet here. And from downward dog, we're going to just roll through to high plank. Keeping the core engaged here, gaze down between the thumbs. And then push back, exhale, downward facing dog. Good. And from here, inhale, right leg up towards the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the right leg through between the hands. Lower the back heel towards the ground. Line up the front heel and the back arch of the back foot. Inhale as you cartwheel the arms open, finding your way into warrior two. Knee over ankle, knee tracking over second big toe. Index finger is where your gaze is following. Shoulders nice and relaxed and not tensed up here. Opening up the thighs, breathing here. Good. Inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky, straighten the front leg. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, rise up, straighten the front leg. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, warrior two. From here, flip the front palm, reach forwards on the inhale. Exhale brings you back into your reverse warrior. Left arm on the thigh or underneath the thigh. Right arm reaching up. Try not to collapse into the left ribs as you find this pose. Option to raise the front heel if you wish. If you want a little bit more tricky balance, option to raise the back heel as well. So you're on the ball of both feet here, but keeping those warrior two legs and maybe swaying a little bit from side to side. Lower the heels and then release back into your warrior two. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale here. Inhale, reach the right hand forward, the left hip back as you come down into your Trikonasana. So right hand down, left hand up. Gaze up towards the left hand if your neck allows. Good. Breathe in here. Good. And then inhale brings you back up. Exhale takes you back into your warrior two. From here, front forearm comes onto the front thigh. Inhale, up and over the left hand as you take your extended side angle. I should have probably done the other side first so that you can actually see me, but never mind. So the left leg is behind, the right knee is still over the right ankle. You're looking towards your forearm, you're wrapping your elbow, your, what's it called? Armpit. Armpit in, hollowing out that armpit as you gaze up towards the forearm, the wrist, the fingers here. Good. Inhale, come back up into warrior two. And then exhale as you cartwheel the hands toward the front foot, lift the back heel. Step the right leg back, high plank here. From high plank we're going to come onto our right hand, coming into side plank. The option is to take the knee down towards the ground and bring the foot behind as you find your side plank. Otherwise you come onto the outer edge of your right foot, stack the left foot over the right, and then look up towards the left hand. Make sure that that right shoulder and elbow and wrist are all in line. Oh, and the hips are nice and high as you find this pose. And then looking down, coming back into your higher plank. Option to come onto the knees in a moment if you wish. Otherwise, keeping the knees nice and lifted, coming into a chaturanga. Shoulders come down to elbow height. Elbows stay stacked over the wrists. Inhale into an upward dog or a cobra. Shoulder blades down the back. Draw the chest forwards. And then roll back. Downward facing dog. Having a little pedal through the feet here. Good. And then we're going to just roll through to high plank. And continue the hips to come down as we come into a floating upward dog. So the toes are on the ground here as opposed to a normal upward dog. Okay, so floating upward dog. And then tucking the chin, rolling back, downward facing dog. Let's try that one more time. So the feet, the toes stay where they are. And what we do is we just roll through to that high plank position, but then we allow the hips to continue to move towards the wrists as we face forward, taking our floating upward dog. Good. And then tucking the chin as we push through the shoulder blades, round back, downward facing dog. From here, lift the left leg up towards the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, steps that left leg through between the hands. So if you've got a line on your mat, you want your second toe and your heel on that line. Then you draw the back heel down towards the ground so that the line goes into the back arch. From here, leading with the right hand, windmill, even the arms open as you find your warrior two. Just check the left knee is over the left ankle and tracking over that second big toe. Okay, so the line that you've got. Here we have our arms outstretched, nice and solid but not tense. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, raise the arms up towards the sky, straighten the front leg. Exhale, sink back down, warrior two. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sink back down, warrior two. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, sink back down, warrior two. Flip the front palm. Inhale brings you forward. Exhale allows you to come into that reverse warrior. Right hand onto the thigh or underneath the thigh. Left hand reaching up. Try not to collapse into the right ribs, so you're pulling out of the hips on both sides of the ribs as you look up towards that left hand. Just be mindful that that front knee is still exactly in the same position as it was before as you find those warrior two legs. Good. And then releasing back, warrior two. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, straighten the front leg. And exhale. Inhale as you reach the left hand forward, the right hips back. Exhale as you bring the left hand down, the right hand up, and gaze up towards that right hand if neck allows. If not, look down. It's totally fine. Try to rotate that right hip away from the floor. Keep the shoulder blades nice and together to open up the front of the chest. And then inhale, coming back into our warrior two, into our Trikonasana setup, and then exhale, warrior two here. From here, cartwheel in the hands, unplugging the back foot, stepping back into our high plank. Again, we're going to take side plank here on the left side, so we come onto the outer blade of the left foot, or if you want, you can take that foot halfway up to give you some support, or take the knee to the ground like before. Keep the left shoulder and wrist stacked over each other. Right hand up, looking up towards the right hand maybe. Hips nice and high as we take our side plank here. Yeah. And then releasing back into our high plank. Again, either come to the knees for knees, chest and chin, or you release down towards the ground, or the shoulders come to elbow height. Inhale into your upward dog or your cobra, and exhale, roll back into downward facing dog. So again, we'll take a couple of those little flows into floating upward dog. So elevating the hips, rolling through into high plank, continuing those hips towards the wrists as you project the chest forward, draw the shoulder blades down the back, but stay on the toes. Tucking the chin, rolling back, downward facing dog. Okay, one more time as we roll through high plank. Hips come towards the wrists, shoulder blades down the back body, gaze is forward, floating upward dog. And then exhale, tucking the chin, rolling back, downward facing dog. From here, stepping the right leg outside of the right hand, the left leg outside of the left hand, and coming down into a yogi squat here. So bringing the hips down, hands into prayer position in front of the heart center, elbows inside of the knees, trying to keep the spine straight as possible. Doesn't matter how far down you come. You know, you'll see I'm not super far down at the moment due to rehabilitation situation on the knees, but this is way better than I could do 6 months ago, so it's all progress. Okay. Good. And then releasing the hands down towards the mat. elevating the hips up towards the sky as you come into a forward fold, and then just gently heel toe your feet into together, and then taking that forward fold as you release the head down towards the ground, the chest towards the thighs, maybe putting the pressure into the front of the foot, finding a little bit of a stretch there. And then bending the knees, rolling up vertebra by vertebra. Arms come over the head, inhale, and exhale as you swan dive all the way down towards the ground. And then continue to bend the knees as you come onto a seat here. From here, grabbing hold of the back of the knees, just rolling onto the back so your feet are up in the sky, and then taking happy baby as you take the soles of the feet to the sky, the hands to the outside of the feet, and you pull the knees down towards each other. Maybe pulling one side then the other, so you're rocking from left to right here a little bit, and then maybe rocking forwards and backwards a little bit as well. Good. And then from there, releasing back into happy baby, and then releasing the soles of the feet to the floor. Bring the soles of the feet together and allow the knees to open up as you take a Bakasana leg position here. Allow the knees to open up, palms to face the ceiling a few inches away from the hips, eyes to close. I'm going to just take a slightly different Shavasana here with the knees flapping open. If it's a bit painful to have the knees open like this, you can always put a pillow or a book underneath your thighs to give you some support. Otherwise, let's just take 30 seconds, 60 seconds, focusing on the breath. So inhale through the nose, and let's sigh it out. Okay, inhale through the nose, sigh it out. Inhale through the nose, and sigh it out. And then just relax for a moment. Gently bringing your knees together, and then taking the fetal position either on your left or your right hand side. Keep your eyes closed, so bring your knees over to one side, maybe create a pillow with the hands, and then slowly with your eyes closed, your attention inwards, just come up to some sort of comfortable seated position for yourself. Eyes closed, hands in prayer position in front of the heart center. This was a micro flow really, or a mini flow today, so maybe let's just take a second here to thank ourselves for our dedication to our practice, no matter how small, and maybe offer up some of that dedication out to someone else that maybe needs it in the world. Raising your prayer towards your third eye, your forehead, we ask that we may always seek the truth. Lowering your hands or your prayer towards your throat chakra or your mouth, we ask that we may always speak the truth. And finally, lowering our hands towards our heart center, we ask that we may always be in truth. Namaste. So that was a mini flow today, probably just about 10 minutes just to get you started for the day, or just to break up the day if you're doing it in the middle of the day. Please do connect with me on social media. The Thought Gym is where you'll find me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter and YouTube. And on YouTube there are hundreds of videos on mindset, resilience, health, well-being, personal development, success principles and yoga. So please do follow along there. Otherwise, come to thethoughtgym.com and you'll be able to delve into my world a little bit more there. And there's a few treats there for you as well. So thethoughtgym.com or The Thought Gym on one of the social media platforms, or I'll see you on the mat next time. Until next time, namaste.